What's up, everybody, and welcome to the CockBlockCorner. This is episode number 5, and we are on location at RTX! Today, I am your host, Anthony, and with me, we have John.
Hello.
James.
Hello.
And Scott.
Hello.
So what's everybody's RTX been like?
Awesome. Pretty good.
I will
Pretty
say,
fucking good.
this is Sunday night. It's now like 7:30 or something because we've had a number of technical issues.
Oh yes.
But yeah, so this is basically the end of the first RTX London, and personally, I think it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What stands out for you then? Let's get your perspective first.
I did not expect it to be such a small venue. I don't say that in a negative way.
Drinks
And we have our own
time.
Texas, by the way.
Thank you.
Plenty of drinks.
And I'm your host, Barbara Duncan. No.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be quite as compact. You know, I did expect there to be more. I do understand why there wasn't. You know, it is a first-time convention. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed it. It was pretty much what is to be expected of a first year.
Okay.
Certainly stands out better than, for example, most ones I've been to has been things like MCM Glasgow.
Yeah.
So it stands out completely differently to that. Personally, it feels a little bit better run, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is definitely a convention that, with it just being RT fans, you know, we all have the exact same things in common.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to something like MCM, you're going to have a number of different animes all there. It's great to have just basically the entire fandom as much as possible here with us.
It's the freedom to be able to go up to anybody and just like I met you pretty
Yeah.
much by going, hi, Rooster Teeth, and then just instantly hitting it off.
Oh yeah.
So it's lovely to be able to do that with this many people. How many people are here, by the way? Do we know?
10,000, I think it was
The
10 or
ticket
15.
sales were 15,000 for the weekend.
Yeah, and
So-
then you have the day ones as well.
The
So
day ones.
I must say, I've been like meeting people all around London, like just finding like shirts and like Rooster Teeth is here.
Yeah, we tend to be quite easy to find.
Yes.
Yeah. I must say, you know,
Don't.
Not right now. Yeah. I got changed. It was a long day.
Hide the shame. Hide the shame. Should we mention our very special guests this evening?
Oh yeah, this podcast is not in any way, shape, or form sponsored by Ruby, Blake, Yang, and
Pyrrha.
the remains of a piece of paper. Let's go with that. It's not Weiss in any way, shape, or form.
It's an inside joke.
Right,
Yeah.
so you know, let's get back.
Let's get back to RTX.
Let's get back to yesterday, to Saturday. What was the big thing that you guys all wanted to do?
The thing I definitely wanted to do was off topic, but it ended up being £1 million. Although off topic, I don't know how much you know about this, but there was a lot of chaos surrounding
Yes.
off topic. But the wonderful thing is the Guardians listened. They talked about it, and today it's got there. But £1 million although was the big thing for me because it was just really funny to watch lots of people sing the national anthem in tune at Bernie. Not just generally, but directly at the man.
I'm glad I wasn't there then.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious. No, you had.
Because
you had-
you'd have had a much better version
Oh, of course.
of Flower of Scotland
But-
instead.
Well, no, God, fuck the Queen.
Yeah.
Either that or going to Sex Pistols.
That is also
Sorry.
true. No,
Sorry, I interrupted.
it's-
On you go.
That's cool. It's fine.
Sorry, couple of Scotland guys on the podcast, so you
And
know.
I'm an Englishman.
I'm from Wales, of course. No, Scotland.
Yeah. For those of you watching from overseas, it doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just keep
Yeah.
going.
So yeah, the £1 million although one was good. It was fantastic. The always open panel was hilarious.
I would expect that.
Was because it was hilarious for in the first 5 minutes because they were like, okay, and now we're taking questions.
So-
And nobody did anything.
Do you know what? This is something that I really should know the answer to. Who was on Always Open?
Bethany, Barbara, Lindsay, Chris Damaris.
Yeah, it was interesting.
4 wonderful ladies.
In their own way.
Sorry, Chris. You'll never see this. Don't worry.
Well, it depends.
It depends. Don't worry. To be fair, I've already had my moment with Chris already today.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch the Nintendo Switch Fight Club?
Yes.
That was yes. I
Powerful legs, that man.
Powerful legs, that man, but very good abs as well. I can personally attest to. Very good sharpie. I've spoken quite a lot about yesterday.
What about yourselves?
Yes.
Well, for me, for yesterday was the Laser Team 2 panel. I really enjoyed the first one, and so to get in and see some exclusive footage of the first 5 minutes, and some of the other clips, it looks like it's shaping up to be another good movie. And hearing about some of the shenanigans offset with some of the newer cast members, which was just really funny to hear. So yeah, that was my highlight last week of yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't go Laser Team 2, unfortunately. I did intend to, but I just wasn't fit for it. I'll be brutally honest. Friday night at RTX is always a fun night. Looking forward to seeing Laser Team 2. From what I'm understanding, it's in theaters next month. Is that what
November 16th, I believe.
November 16th.
It's a different distributor, but it should be the same rollout, so you should be able to get in major cinemas in for a few nights. So
Good.
just keep it out for the advertising on Rooster Teeth, I would guess.
Yep.
So then we'll definitely have. So there'll be tons of regional meetings for that then.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You can have one in Edinburgh and I'll have one in Glasgow.
Fine, happily. same as we tried to do with our blood donor stuff.
And for those of you in places, with actual weather, come to Brighton.
Let's not bring the podcast down.
Yeah,
of course.
Right, okay, so
personally, for me, one of the things I was looking forward to was a couple of signings I wanted to do. There's a couple of specific things I wanted signed. For example, we've got Blake there with her bass. I've got a Ruby one. I wanted the bass signed by Lindsay. Yeah. So little things like that.
Did you manage that?
Oh yeah, I managed to book my signing. Meet Lindsay and Michael are just awesome.
Yeah.
They did open their signing by Michael jumping on the table, whipping off his shirt, and just having a big angry yell. It was bloody awesome.
That's very much a Michael thing.
Yes, very much so.
Very much.
Very much so. Other than that, the main thing I actually wanted to do was actually just meet folk. For example, I've met folk I've known for God knows how long, Halo 3 maybe, sort of that time. Because I met Boomer way back, and it's I've known him sort of through online. Excuse me, online for ages, and I've finally just met him this weekend because I keep missing RTUK, either through work or money. And then this year I had tickets booked, I was there, and then I was sick that weekend. I'd been off work sick for 3 days. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, just talking about meeting people. We've known each other for a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we're actually properly meeting each other as well.
Yeah.
Despite the fact we're maybe 6 stones throw away from each other.
About a 40-minute drive.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you have to come all the way down to London just to meet someone that's actually
I know, of all
basically
places,
your neighbour.
London.
Yeah.
London of all places.
Saturday was really good. There was obviously, the general teething issues of it being the first con. But today is Sunday. It's probably been the bigger day of the two, at least in my opinion. But how about yourselves? What was your go-to? You've done so many things you wanted to do on the Saturday. What was your plan for the Sunday, and did you actually achieve it?
My plan after the Saturday, with the seating issue, my plan was to go to the Achievement Hunter versus Funhouse panel and just sit, camp, and wait.
Right, sorry, go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, my plan was to get to the Achievement Hunter versus Funhouse panel, sit down, wait for 5 hours, and just be like, okay, this is my seat, I'm staying here for the RT podcast, because that was the reason I came. I listened to it far too much. That was the plan, but that changed, so I managed to get to that. I managed to get into the store. I managed to do everything I wanted to do. Didn't get to the Achievement Hunter panel, sadly, but.
Okay, so I do have a question.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was I was speaking to about it, but apparently the RT podcast that was on today is not going to be released on the website.
It's not what they said was it's not going to be an official one. So I don't think it's going to be released on the website as number 46X.
Okay.
So if it is released on the website, it might just be this is the RT podcast from London. But from the way they were talking,
so it's not chronological.
It's not a chronological one. It doesn't count towards episode 500. For all I know, the only way you're going to be able to see it is someone's got it off Twitch.
which we don't condone.
Which we don't condone. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
But yeah, no, I thought that was actually quite weird because all the ones that are done in Austin, all the ones that have been done in Sydney, they've all been chronological in that sort of regard.
And off topic. Off
Yeah.
topic was chronological as well.
Off topic, by the way, was Off Topic 99.
9, yeah.
Right, I can't read that. That was an attempt at a message from off screen, but this paper was just too small to read.
Yeah. Larger paper.
Uh,
So it's on Twitch. So it's you can watch it on Twitch. Oh, lovely. So
It's available on Twitch as a VOD. Okay. If our beautiful editor here, Stewart, is more than happy to add extra work for himself, he will hopefully put up a little link to the Twitch channel that you can go and see it on. But yeah, no, I was a little interested to see how that was actually going to be the case.
Yeah. Well, I just enjoyed it. I'm not a regular watcher of the RT podcast, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a very good, fun, very good with Gavin in his Texas outfit, which was quite funny. And I'm thinking they were telling about how Bernie was going to be dressed up as a kinsman, and Gavin just decided to be Gavin and turn up a day late.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you mentioned him being in his Texas cowboy getup. I had to sign him with Gavin just after that. So and he didn't rock up in it. I was kind of gutted.
So he took it off between the signing.
Yes, and the 10-15 minutes he had between the two, he got changed. Oh come on.
Yeah.
It's I guess it must be bloody warm in that thing because I'm guessing it's not a nice light shirt.
Yeah.
I can also imagine it's probably not the most comfortable get-ups anyway.
Oh,
It's
no.
the cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots
No.
are supposed to be really comfy.
They're supposed
No.
to be,
Maybe not
but
with
you
big
have to wear them in. And you know what? I don't think he's worn that outfit since he got it. I think I
Yeah.
still saw the creases.
Yeah.
So
How about yourself?
Personally, Sunday started quite late for me. Met some great people last night at 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain we've seen each other at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, fairly certain we did.
That was an interesting game, $1 million, but
Yeah.
and for legal reasons, we can't mention what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't.
So yeah, Sunday.
Sunday, I again wanted to meet people and just get around and see folk. I caught the RT podcast, which was great. Something I'm about 200 episodes behind on, but I still enjoy watching it when I do catch it. So I was catching that, which was really good.
God, 200. So you're around about the same time when they recorded episode 400.
Yep. Yep. A little bit behind.
Yeah, just a tad.
Yeah, it's because I used to just download them in one of the apps, and I didn't have a decent one for my phone. Now
Yeah.
I do. So great, back on it.
Lovely.
Slowly catching up.
Now, you know,
yourself?
Saturday for me was actually, a nothing. I just sort of walked about on the con floor, met a couple of people here and there, all that sort of stuff. But it was just a show up and have some fun. Today was my big day though.
Okay.
Got to see Matt Hallam, so I went to ask the CEO. I've done that,
Okay.
every year that I've been to Austin.
Good man.
And I tend to ask him the same question, and that is when we getting sports ball back.
Oh dear.
We're still having nothing positive in that regard. And then basically left the hall and joined the line and walked back into the hall for day 5.
How was that? Because I wanted to go to that one, but that was at the same time as the RT podcast.
Yeah, I will say it was not really. It wasn't really narrative based. It was more technical. They went through, the differences between season 1 and season 2, and their shooting and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
When they came to their Q&A, there were some narrative questions, about the future. Has everyone seen day 5?
No.
Yes.
Do you intend to?
Yes.
Okay.
Same way as I intend to play Bioshock, I've managed to avoid hearing all about that. So yeah,
Okay.
same way.
The cake is a lie. Oh wait.
I'm not going to release any spoilers here,
Yay.
but there were questions about their narrative choices, especially towards the end of season 2. That's as far as I'm going to go with that.
I'll figure that out when I get there.
Yeah. But no, it was great. I know Josh and Chris and Aaron and all that sort of stuff from being in previous RTX Austins. In fact, I talked to them in Austin in the summer there before season 2 was released,
Right.
and they were very impressive in being able to keep their mouth shut about what was actually happening in season 2. So much so that I kind of wanted to punch them a little bit, but hey, we'll not go there. Mainly because Josh was ill.
Oh.
So, final question for each of you, and then we'll maybe try and get some more of the folks that are here behind the camera on, and that is, let's rewind back time to some point in the weekend, and you get to do something you didn't do.
Achievement Hunter panel.
The achievement hunter panel.
Yeah, that's the only thing I missed out on the entire weekend. I've got pictures with like some of the people I wanted, spoke to like Ellie, which I wanted as well, and like saw Evan and played Gansby for the first time ever. So literally it's just one little thing, and that was everything. So Achievement Hunter panel is my number 1 priority next year. So like, and hopefully maybe Jack and all Ryan's here for that as well.
Lovely.
Come back to you.
We'll
come
come
back
back
to
to
me,
you.
yeah.
Cool. For me, I'd probably actually be going to a couple of extra panels because I was more aiming to meet people and do signings and stuff. I didn't see as many of them as I would have wanted.
Yeah.
Had the opportunity to get into a couple of extra ones when some of them are a bit fuller. Because
Yeah.
I was able to get in a bit easier.
Should we perhaps talk about the VIP party after this question?
Yeah, actually, do you know what? That is
like-
actually a good point.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry,
Well, since there's 2 of us.
pardon me for interrupting. And we both have glasses.
Yes.
Anyway, pardon me, carry on.
Anyway, so you would choose to go back to do some more panels
Yeah,
instead.
like for example,
Is it-
I missed. For example, today I had the opportunity to go Funhouse, and then I was like, might cut it close for something else. So, didn't go for
So,
that.
if there was one panel that you could have went to,
No. Poor form.
oh,
Poor form.
for the audio listeners to the podcast, this gentleman just walked across the front of the camera. But hey,
And we will
Seppuku.
shoot him later, but for now.
We demand
we can-
seppuku.
we can allow that sort of thing because we're literally recording here in the corner of a pub. Like,
Yeah.
Do we-
if you look at what's behind the camera here, it's just cables and tables everywhere.
Yeah.
Do we mention the location, or do we mention where we are, or?
So this episode of the CockBlockCorner is being recorded in the Fox at the XL. It's a very amazing place. I've spent most of my evenings here outside of the actual podcast, or outside of the convention. It's a very nice place. It's a good place to relax, and a lot of RTX attendees have been here over the weekend. Now, we do have 2 VIPs. Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
It's
We are jumping the gun.
Well, this segues very neatly into what I would go back and do, because the VIP party, for those of you who don't know, the RT personalities you get to meet them in person. They are walking around. They are, well, I say walking around. They stand in a place and then get mobbed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And what I would have liked to have done would have been just to talk to Bernie for a bit, but the man had.
Thousands?
I
Yeah.
would like to say pretty much fully half the VIPs formed a wall.
Yes.
I managed to talk to everybody else though. I got to listen to Gray talk about how he got into anime. I got to hug Kerry.
If you talk to Gray, you probably got to hear a lot about Genlock.
Yeah, that was good.
I will tell you now, I met Gray day 1 in RTX Austin,
Nice.
where even Matt and Bernie didn't realise that they were going to be talking about Genlock. And he wanted to say so much about it, but he knew that he couldn't. He's like, it's going to be awesome, you're going to love it.
Yep.
We're doing a mech show, and it's just, I'm happy to see those guys just being so enthusiastic about their work.
Yep.
Because no disrespect to them, but they work on stuff like RVB season 14, season 15, something that's a little bit older.
Established.
Yeah. So it can be a little annoying, in my opinion. And I'm happy that they're putting something new out there, and they're putting a lot of resources behind it. It was actually brought up at the Ask a CEO panel. I said, what was the next big thing from Rooster Teeth? And they didn't. Matt didn't talk about like a future movie or anything like that. He said Genlock.
I suppose that makes sense, because if you think about it, there are lots of archetypical. That's the word. There are lots of like mech shows that you go right. That's a mech show. So
Yes.
there's like Gurren Lagann. There's Eva, or Evangelion, I suppose, if you don't know that. There's Gundam. There's plenty of others. So if they're going into something like that, they probably don't want to half-arse it.
Yeah.
So they're probably just going to be like, okay, we're going to put everything we have behind this, and hearing Gray talk about it and being very positive and being very sort of, this is going to be awesome.
He's very
this is
kid in a candy store.
Yes. the man has a wonderful voice.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Yes,
the
very
man
so.
could talk for his country.
Oh,
and he
yes.
should. What about yourself?
So you mentioned the VIP party. You didn't get a chance to speak to Bernie. Personally, I didn't speak to any of the personalities while I was there.
No?
No, because for example, I was there with a couple other Scots from RT Scotland. Plug.
Facebook.RT Scotland.
At Twitter at RT Scots. Follows Y. Oh fuck! I left Y in the room. I was there that many times for stuff for you, and I forgot about Buddy's Y. Son of a bitch. Anyway. Follow her Twitter, you'll see. Yeah, I didn't meet any of them. One of my friends, she was going around. She had a piece of acrylic. She was getting signed, and she got them all filled in, which was great.
Nice.
But I'm afraid one of the folk I really wanted to meet, on more weirdly on a professional level almost.
Who?
Adam Baird.
Yes.
As a techie. He was there for a
there.
while. Yeah.
I
And
remember seeing him. And
yeah,
saying
and I
hello.
kept thinking, I'll give him a little bit of space, let him get a couple of drinks before they get mobbed.
But then,
Then immediately everybody just mobbed him. I was like, oh well, I'll keep drinking.
yeah.
I will tell you a great thing about Adam Baird.
Well,
That guy is a drinker. VIP party in 2016. It was him and I that was left at the end.
Nice.
2 o'clock in the morning, outside Speakeasy on Congress. And we're basically both getting kicked out at the same time. It was him, me, Dan Grishy,
Ooh,
and 2 other attendees.
nice.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
I would have met Adam, and I would have spoken to a couple other folk. Like yesterday, I basically bumped into Ellie for 4 times
Yeah.
throughout the day because she's running all over the place.
I have a story. I have a story about.
Please.
I have a story. So,
We'll do this story and then we're going to
and we'll trade out. This
open
is
up.
lovely. Thank you for letting me have this one.
Likewise.
So, I'm going to start this story with a phrase, and it's going to be more interesting than the actual story. But I figure it'll attract people in. And the phrase is, Ellie Main owes me a new set of trousers.
Look, just because you can't control yourself doesn't mean that it's someone else's fault.
Allow me to explain. So the thing is, I saw Ellie a lot over Saturday. Like there were a lot of times where she was just passing by or something. I just waved, and every time I tried to wave at Ellie or pretty much anybody passing by, I did this, and they just walked on by. So that happened quite a bit. And so at the RTVIP party, I made it my goal to go around and shake hands with people. I don't have a phone that works like that. I don't have a phone that takes photos, so just shake hands. Managed to get around most people. Lovely, nice and simple. I'm just talking to Miles. I've just finished talking to Miles. Lovely man. And Ellie is standing about 5 feet away, slightly down. There are 4 glasses, one of which is half full of beer. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen, because that's important. I go for the handshake. I go, handshake over the thing. Ellie, hand, nothing, pulls back. And she goes, oh, sorry, turns, does this. Sploosh. All up my bloody trousers.
That is,
I hope they weren't bloody.
as of now, that is now an RT animated adventure.
Well, if anybody does want to animate that. Yeah. But yes, Ellie Main owes me a new set of trousers because that and.
Do you hear that, Ellie?
Yeah.
Yes,
Bad
you with your marksman's training.
And Krav Maga.
And Krav Maga, basically, yeah. She was really nice about it. She was so enthusiastic throughout the entire night. Like, at one point I waved at her, I stopped, and I commented to somebody else, nobody ever waves back, and she just stood there and did this. And just did this, and I went back and I did this, and it was absolutely brilliant. So, yeah.
She definitely was on my waves back.
I will say, it has been a pleasure having everyone on so far.
Absolutely lovely.
You might reappear in the next couple of minutes, depending on how many more we get back in.
Sure.
But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of minutes just to get all the mics redone again. So, back with you soon. And with a new fresh round of guests, Let's get them introduced first. We have...
Hi, I'm Craig Henthorn.
I am Joshua.
Hi, I'm Nick.
And another selection of badges. You know, we've got some VIP and we got some weekenders, just like myself. Represent.
So you mean the scrubs?
The plebs.
The plebeians.
The dirty people that took up all of the seats on centre stage and the VIPs got very, very cross.
Queuing 2 hours too early.
It's funny, but hasn't it, why we got so annoyed with you guys for doing that?
Listen, it wasn't me.
So,
You spent loads of money.
it is RTX. You've all had a good RTX, yeah?
Yeah.
See? I hadn't noticed.
I mean,
Yeah, it's weird.
Where did this come from? What am I doing here? Who are you people?
Where am I?
Who am I?
Who am I?
So, you know, I know that we've all had a significant number of adult beverages over the last 48 hours.
Yeah,
Not branded, of course.
Hopefully it does not tax our brains in any way. Let's rewind back to Saturday. You know,
Oh god.
wow.
that far
Oh,
back.
God.
Oh, that's a stretch.
I mean, technically speaking, it's only 24 hours ago, but hey.
It's been a lot of alcohol
Listen,
since
is
that.
The XL has some time warping properties, let me
Yes,
tell you.
it
It's
really
a bit like
does.
the Feywild.
It really does.
You get that reference.
And to be fair, I was pretty hungover on Saturday, so it didn't go quite.
I feel your pain.
I was completely sober. This is actually the first time I've been drinking all weekend.
Congratulations.
Make the
Oh,
most of
thank
it.
you.
I'm an alcoholic.
I'm
I can't
driving
do
home
it.
tomorrow morning.
wish I
so-
had that sort of
Congratulations, you're an
willpower.
alcoholic.
So yeah, I do have to sort of drive us back to our point. And you know, Saturday.
Saturday, let's do it.
What was what was your big thing in Saturday? You know, one at a time. You know,
Well, one of my big things, apart from meeting all the cool people, which I absolutely loved, I've made some great friends, but watching Always Open, personally, I've never seen that podcast before. It was something brand new to me.
Yep.
It was
And
good.
It was very good. I really enjoyed myself, and I think I'm going
That's
to
sweet.
be subscribing and watching it more often.
excellent. Always Open is amazing, and it's something that was kind of lacking. We always needed Barbara to have something on her own. Because
I think you can shorten that. You can shorten that. We always needed Barbara.
yes,
Just
Everyone needs
Barbara. I mean, Always Open could literally just be Barbara. Still watch it.
it would still work.
Just Barbara doing her mini voice.
Barbara, and then the
Barbara making jokes with herself.
the printout versions of Gus.
I would watch that.
Big cardboard cutouts and just 3 of them and Barbara on a panel.
I would still watch that.
Yeah, I imagine most of us
Stories I
would.
could tell about cutouts.
Let's not go there. Let's not tell those sort of stories. How about yourself? How was Saturday?
Saturday was long. Got up at 2:30 because we didn't want to miss anything.
2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, well, you see, I don't have it on me because Charmander's got it. I got the commemorative badge, but it's signed by Barbara and Lindsay. So I had the signing session straight away in the morning, and I did not want to miss that. I was not missing that. So we got
Oh, yeah,
2:30 a.m. Ooh, that was fun.
Wow.
But I didn't have Charmander with me. I didn't put him today, but yesterday on Saturday I had Pikachu.
The CockBlockCorner episode 5 is actually sponsored by Charmander.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Ruby's dead.
Oh god, not again.
Not yet.
Spoilers.
I actually have these badges that I made specifically to go with my Pokemon theming.
Yep.
And I gave one. Yeah, I've been handing them out ferociously.
I think
With a
they're
vengeance.
somewhere off camera.
They're a big part of them there.
Can I keep this? Can I take it home?
Well, that's gone.
That's gone.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Try
I
again.
got this. I got this. Are you ready?
Got it. Oh.
I have a belt pouch.
Oh, here's one we produced
with
earlier.
a pack of them. But you see, I did have some symmetry earlier, but there's now a lack of it, and instead I have a pint.
Funny how that goes.
Weird that. You know what though? It's all right. I got this.
It's okay.
Get another one out.
Prefer.
I've got so many.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I gave them each a badge, and I had Pikachu in my backpack at the time. And as I walked up, got my hat on, a Pokeball magnetically attached to my belt. It was great. And Lindsay and Barbara, they saw Pikachu, and their eyes just went wide. And I was like, yes, I reeled them in. They're mine now. Putty in my hands.
You did notice though yesterday Lindsay was wearing a dress with Pokeballs all over it.
Yeah.
Pokeball
I had a quick ball.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I handed it to her. I gave it to her. I gave her Pikachu as well. She was like squishing it. Pretty sure he's been suffocated now.
And then Michael just busted in and like, hey, you cannot catch my Pokemon, she's mine.
Well,
Well, it would have been a battle.
That was definitely an interesting Saturday then, and that's
yeah.
just from the
Oh yeah,
start.
that was the start. After that, things
Oh,
kind of went a bit downhill with all the horrific queuing. But
Oh, champion,
Oh,
look at this.
there we go.
Tex, knock off.
Oh, Yang.
You've killed Yang.
Oh, Yang. It's alright, she's good.
She's already been through so much.
Okay.
No.
Would that be
Hey.
Oh wow.
Wow.
All hydrated.
such hydration?
We are hydrated.
I suppose technically I did ask for a pint of water.
I mean, that's slightly more than a pint, but not in the right way.
No, that should
Yeah.
be around about a pint.
So I bought like 30 of these, and I basically I've been posting all over the RTUK chat and everything, and I've been trying to say to people, look, I've got all these badges, come challenge me, and I will. If you win, I will give you a badge. But I bought like the game for me, the card game, and all that, but nobody really has all that much Pokemon stuff with them. So I was coming up with these stupid challenges, like just
Okay, we
completely
didn't see
random
that.
shit, like see who can high five the hardest, or like get a coin flip.
That's Miles.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Ellie, I bumped into Ellie outside of what is it? £1 Million All Day, Platinum Suite, like right in the morning, and I went up to her. I didn't ask for a signature or anything. I just asked for a high five.
Yeah.
And we were just super high. It was like echoed around the hall. Hands were stinging.
The most
and
beautiful high five you've ever seen.
compared to the Miles Minute himself, the great Miles Minute.
Wow.
I am on his level at least.
That is
with
amazing.
with handshakes. Handshakes? What? That's not right.
High five.
High five. That's the one.
High fives,
Yeah. So I had my cards, and one of the things I did was I shuffled them, and one of these is Pokemon, one is a trainer card, and one is an energy card. And I went up to people. I was like, if you pick the Pokemon, you get a badge. They picked it straight away. I did coin flips. Guess heads or tails. They always guess right. Like, what? You people here, you plebeians and VIPs alike.
Plebeians? Excuse me.
Yeah, you have such great luck. You have such good luck. I need some, please.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
I am a crow of karma.
Sorry.
I will tell you right now. Everyone here is lucky simply because we're all here at RTX.
True.
Yeah.
That's how you bring it back. That right there is
Yeah.
a segue. How about yourself?
Circle.
For me, Saturday, there was three sort of high points on Saturday for me. It was obviously £1 million all out.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a panel. It was such a good experience. It was the first panel I've ever been to at a con, and it was such a good one to pick to be the first one to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so funny. And some of the scenarios that came up were just
Ridiculous.
crazy and ridiculous and exactly what you wanted from that experience.
The
I missed it because I was at my signing.
The great thing about something like that is basically everyone sort of thinks about them for months
Oh,
and
gosh.
months. So they are
I
quite
have so
easily the
many.
best.
I had so many.
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I think, was it Gavin's, the one with the escalators?
I wasn't there, so I'm unfortunately unable to say.
I think that was his. That was the escalators where if you step on an escalator, you step on a stair, it automatically turns into an escalator going the wrong way.
Oh no! What if you're drunk? What if you're drunk?
Well, that was one of the things that was brought up. Was what happens when you're pissed up and you go home at night and you try to climb up the stairs to your bedroom. Turns
Is
out-
it a random escalator or all escalators? Or all stairs?
Every
Random stairs or all stairs?
Every time you use stairs,
All
anywhere
flights of stairs,
in
anywhere.
the world, for any situation, it turns into an escalator going the wrong way.
What if it's like one step up though?
That was discussed as well. What happens if you go up a curb?
It's simple. You stay in a bungalow and you sleep on the couch.
And that's how we taught Bernie
No,
what
no,
the
no,
word
no,
bungalow
because
means.
the couch is a step up. You need to sleep
No.
on the floor.
No,
You
I
step
can't.
onto the couch.
I can't accept that.
You have to sleep on the floor.
So that's one.
That was one. Number two was probably the RT Writers panel.
RT writers.
And that was one of those that I wasn't planning to go to. And it was
But you
simply
got it
bec-
anyway because you're
I
VIP.
went anyway because there was space, basically.
Yeah.
I walked past it and it was still open and it was like, well, I may as well.
Yeah.
I'll just wander in. There was still over 50 seats left in it.
Yeah.
I'll go for that. And Miles turned up unexpectedly into that as well. Sort of crashed the panel. And it was a much more serious panel. But it was a very interesting to listen to with their talking about how their process works, about how they come up with their ideas from the initial genesis of an idea and
Yeah.
how they work that through to a production.
Yeah, because no one really realizes just how much time actually goes into, the production of a show.
And one of the things that
They
was
think about it
interesting that was-
months at a time.
Yeah, and one of the things that was interesting that was brought up was they talked about day 5 as an example. And Bernie was saying like his version of Day 5 that he wrote initially, and how that changed to what Matt then wrote when he rewrote it.
And then
it
how
was
that changes
rewrote
again.
it again, and again, and again, and how that affects the production process, and how the production process affects the writing. It was very interesting to listen to.
The best example for Day 5 at least is actually from the Day 5 panel on the Sunday.
I went to that.
I have
They-
not caught up with Day 5.
I've not seen.
I will
the
be-
spoilers
episode of
to a
Day
minute.
I
5.
will be careful with spoilers.
I think so.
I've not
There
seen
will be
a
no need for
single episode
spoiler
of Day
alert
5.
on the screen.
I went to the panel just to learn something new.
Yeah. The great thing about that, and you would have heard it yourself, and that is they were doing rewrites hours before the shoot.
Yeah.
Every single day. That shows you just how much that, actually goes into it. It doesn't matter if you're starting a year, 7 years. 7 years ago was when the original concept for Day 5 was constructed.
That is crazy.
Long
7
time
years ago. Then they filmed it as a short back in 2012, RTX. Then it became another short, and then it got written into a movie, and then it got written into a
It
series.
was turned into like a 45-minute episode. It was turned into a 45-minute thing, and then
That
again.
became the pilot.
No, actually it didn't. It was interesting because that was one of the things they talked about was the 45-minute program that they actually turned it into. It turned out to be episode 4
Yeah. No, 5.
or 5. Sorry, the one with
the one with Joel.
in it. Yeah,
The Joel episode.
the Joel episode.
Which is, for most people,
Sorry,
is their
season
favourite.
1 Joel episode.
Spoilers.
That's a spoiler.
Is it?
Yes.
I mean, kind of.
Let's put it like this. During the Day 5 panel, we got through them talking all the way through to questions before there was the possibility of a spoiler.
Really?
That's crazy.
I kind of assume everyone's seen season 1 at this point.
Not me.
What are you doing?
I mean,
I just went to the panel so I had somewhere to sit down.
really? I'd say the Ruby panel though, that was like you stepped in, there were spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers everywhere.
Still haven't seen volume
spoiler
5,
alert.
chapter
Oh,
1
yeah,
yet.
you got to be careful though, because that doesn't come out for regular.
Oh, no,
below weekenders, we have people who aren't first members, so like the super
Yes,
plebs, I guess.
yes.
It doesn't come out for them until next week.
Is he okay?
I think they get the Yang trailer. They get the Yang trailer, so we can probably talk about that if we want to. But
I still haven't
episode
seen
one-
that either.
You haven't seen the Yang trailer?
I haven't watched anything since I left to come down
Think
here.
about it. Think about Yang. Someone gets punched. That's not a spoiler because it's
The-
Yang. Come on.
well, the only question about someone getting punched is it the left arm or the right?
Well,
Sorry, I have to say I did
Even
just
answering
do
that question-
left arm and right.
Yeah.
even answering that question
It's a spoiler.
gets into spoiler territory because obviously we have the
Yeah.
issues.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Uh,
So many spoilers. We have spoiler flags all over the screen.
Final thing for Saturday.
Final thing for me was the VIP pie.
Okay, I have a feeling that is where you have a story.
There's
And
a few stories from
and,
the VIP pie.
and I have a feeling that most of those are VIP party related, so I'm
Yes.
going to wait until the end if we don't mind with that.
That's fine. We'll skip
And I-
over that and just say it was brilliant.
I'm going to say
Sure
I've
it
got
was.
the Saturday thing.
Okay.
Just because the first panel I went to on Saturday was actually the Plumbing for Death Star panel,
What?
which hardly anyone went to. It was in N5, but like everyone walked straight past it because they were going from signing in to getting into the hall.
Yeah.
So everyone totally forgot about this panel. And like I walked straight into the main hall and I'm like, oh hang on, I wanted to go to that panel. Rushed straight over, started straight away. It was a brilliant podcast. What it is basically I forget the names of the guys. It's on the app, but I can't
Yeah,
remember having a
they're-
look. But they're an Australian podcast.
Yeah.
They're doing a tour in the UK.
Yep.
And they graciously decided to let us watch one of their podcasts. But the whole premise was basically now that Super Mario is no longer a plumber, what job should he go for? What's his next job? So I mean,
brilliant.
I mean, it lasted a whole hour just like talking about Mario and all the sorts of fun things that he does.
Pretty sure it was a gangster at one point.
It might have been, yeah. A race car driver, an international assassin, I think was the best offer that they gave.
Yeah, because we've lost 47.
Yeah.
And my argument was basically, listen, he's earned billions of pounds with Nintendo. He doesn't need a job right now, he needs a hobby. And if I was a billionaire...
He's on benefits. He's on Nintendo benefits.
Possibly, yeah, but still he doesn't need a job, he needs a hobby. And if I was a billionaire, I'd be Batman.
Was it these guys?
That sounds right about right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fans, yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Uh,
Thank you for that.
Is that an Untel reference or?
They've been around before.
yeah, they.
So a reference to the font.
Or a reference to the word sand?
Yeah.
Without pants.
Possibly.
They record without their pants on.
Right.
Do you know?
Right,
I didn't
right.
get to see because
Right.
they had a table in front of them. But for all I know,
I will say at this point, we're almost having a conversation with people off camera.
That's never a good idea.
thank you, director
Uh,
and
Yeah.
producer
yes.
and soundman.
And the dog. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's
Oh, where's-
also a person.
Where's the dog?
I may have been thinking about a person. Sorry.
So a funny thing happened to me on Saturday.
So that's probably enough of
Talk
Saturday.
pants.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's enough of one day. It was a very long day, but that was enough.
It was really bad.
So let's talk about today. And we're going to streamline this a little bit. Let's go one thing. What's your big thing?
Mine is sort of Saturday and Sunday.
Which is
Right, so the short version is when I got back to the hotel on Saturday, I went to check on my car, it disappeared. Yeah, it turns out the council took my car. They towed my bloody car, so I missed the first half of today's conference just having to go to the other side of London to collect my car and pay £300.
Oh.
£300? I didn't even spend that whole much money just for the weekend. Spent more on getting the car back.
Could have been a VIP for that.
let's not go there.
So yeah, I had a really nightmare start to the day. I missed the achievement hunter panel, which I really wanted to go to.
Yeah.
And but I mean, I've got my car back now. I've put it downstairs in the underground car park, and it's going to stay there until tomorrow afternoon when I go home.
That's probably a good thing.
Oh, probably worth it for the £20. And it's either £20 or another £300.
Yeah.
How about
Yourself?
You?
I mean, my Sunday, it's been pretty relaxed actually. It's been pretty chill.
Yeah.
I didn't go to any panels. I thought about it. Met up with some mates. One of my mates is cosplaying Professor Ozpin.
Yep.
So I tell you what though, I didn't go to panels. I did get Blake without even standing in queue.
Nice.
Yeah, because my associates decided to leave me behind. So and they went into the store on their own. So I was like, you know what, just get it for me. I'll pay you back.
Okay.
£35 in cash, and now I don't. But I tell you what I did see. I saw, and it's a bit off topic, but come on, you got to have this. I saw
This isn't
someone
off topic.
doing-
This is a CockBlockCorner.
Oh, yes, sorry. I saw a Mercy cosplayer. That's the only Overwatch cosplay I've actually seen. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
I had to ask for a picture. And then people actually asked me for pictures today. Yeah. As a cosplayer, I love being asked for pictures. It's
Yeah.
like the highlight of my day. It's like validating my effort, you know?
What were you cosplaying as today then?
Well, it's kind of like it's a bit of a cheaty Pokemon trainer. Because I had yesterday I had Pikachu, today I had Charmander. I actually tied him with string to my shoulder. I've got the original Kanto cap, and
you are dressed as
I had my quick ball, yeah, representing Team Mystic, yeah. So I had that. And people,
for the win.
someone who wasn't actually even at RTX, I think they might have been going somewhere else, but this quite older dude came up to me and said, "Oh, my daughter loves Pokemon. Can I have a picture, please? She loves Charizard." And I was like, "Of course you can." So I had like 3 people asking pictures. I love being asked pictures.
Yeah.
Just love it. Yeah, and then Mercy as well. Sure thing.
There we go.
I got to hand out loads of badges today. I didn't manage to shift too many yesterday, but
Yeah.
I've been on the Facebook page so much. Just, please come, please. Yeah, probably most of it. But I've managed to shift a fair few.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what the last day of RTX is for most people.
Well,
It's just
shifting all your crap.
It's just a relaxing day.
Yeah.
It's a chance to chill.
There was the animation panel this morning. I kind of wanted to go to, but we got here a bit late. We had a bit of a lie-in today. Not getting up at 2:30 today.
Yeah, I stayed in bed until noon, so
I stayed in bed until
Yeah,
10
and then there was
o'clock. The car.
Didn't get home until about 2 this morning, so
We'll get
It's
to
the
that.
hotel till about 2 o'clock.
We'll
so
get to that. Spoiler alert.
it's a standard issue.
Yeah. So it was a relaxed day. It didn't go to any panels.
Yeah.
But we hung around about the podcast, but I was trying to get Barbara to notice me, senpai, because I had time out today. I thought she might like that.
Oh.
I even tweeted about it, but no luck. Oh well.
Well, technically the convention isn't over yet. There's still a few more hours to go.
I'm going to bump
There'll
into
still be
Barbara
about-
and or Lindsay on the way to the train.
I did invite Jeremy over to the Fox when I saw him on Saturday. Just, you know, if you're not doing anything tonight, come to the Fox. And it's like, oh yeah, sure.
Loser. Loser.
And yourself.
I suppose for myself today, obviously you've got to go to the panels, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Achievement Hunter and Funhouse both today.
Yeah.
Couldn't beat them. So much fun to go to. There's a lot of. There was a great video that Jeremy produced for the
That
Achievement Hunter video.
I've heard about. I haven't seen.
Panel. And it was like a look ahead of what's coming out with Achievement Hunter over the next sort of
Yeah.
few weeks and so. And there was a few questions that were asked, and they confirmed a few things that are going to be coming up in some of them in the near future, some of them not so near future.
Right. So one thing I will say before we get any further into that is the panels were all streamed live on Twitch.
Yes, they were.
So people have access to this information. So it is not classed as a spoiler. But just
Twitch are on VODs. They're on VODs.
yeah.
Like
So
that.
just go, not the
I don't
whole
know if that's
thing.
permanent or not,
What is
but-
just say a couple of things that
I
we want
won't
to see.
speak about the things that were obviously streamed out, but there was a section. The thing that Jeremy produced for the Achievement Hunter panel wasn't streamed.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure people would be interested to know
People
what
recorded it,
was,
though.
what was spoken about in that. And like you said, it was recorded. Other people did
I think
record
someone
it and
posted it on
post
Facebook,
Um,
and everyone was up in arms about that.
Yes,
They
they
weren't
were.
happy.
There's a little bit of drama there.
There's always drama, though. Let's be honest.
There was the one thing in there that we all wanted to see, which was Fuel 3.
It's finally done.
They've recorded
I
it.
cannot wait.
They have recorded it. There was a clip from it.
Did they say how long it took?
Oh no. Let's forget how long it took because that tells you how long the video is going to be.
That's what I mean.
Did they do it as they promised? And that is with steering wheel and pedals.
They had a very interesting story with that.
Well, I know some of the stories that they've had issues with.
What happened was, what they said happened was they bought 7 steering wheels for their PCs
Yep.
for it to run.
Yep.
They spent quite a lot of money on them.
Yep.
This is going somewhere.
I can see where it's
The-
going already.
Yeah.
Ryan spent, by the sounds of it, an entire day trying to get them to work.
Oh.
And Michael was the person, I think it was, they said that went to test it for the first, make sure it worked. Started it up, steering wheel in his hands, and nothing happening. And his reaction to that, the way he explained it was very funny because he was sort of doing an impression of Ryan and how Ryan reacted to that, which was him sort of looking at it going, right.
That's a very Ryan thing. It's
Yeah.
This doesn't appear to
Well-
be working.
I
And
mean,
over
I
the course of
suppose
a
it's
day,
anyway.
he realised that it wasn't going to work because the steering wheels he bought weren't compatible with PC. So in the end, they did keyboard and mouse.
I suppose that's just as bad.
Yes.
Even worse.
I don't know.
Especially as you've got to fit it. And as Michael said in the panel, and you may have seen that, I don't know if that was cut or not, but the spacebar was the button for acceleration.
What? Okay, I don't mind using like WASD
Yeah.
for driving, especially
Well,
in GTA when I'm trying to shoot at the same time.
WASD was
But
for
space?
WASD was for turning, space for acceleration, and the mouse for looking around.
Well, that mouse looking around, that's standard, but space for acceleration?
Yeah.
That's space is using brake.
Yeah.
That's conflicting.
The way he described it was they all died inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Maybe a little bit of outside.
this is people who have now filmed Fuel 3 times. This is people who filmed Uno the movie. This is people who were involved in Thanksgiving 3.
Yep.
And don't forget the Mario Smash Party. That was like 3 hours
50 turn
long.
one.
Oh, the 50 turn, that was...
Yeah.
That was...
I
That,
watched that.
I actually
the whole way
enjoyed
through.
that.
Yeah.
Uh,
And these are the same people that have gone into Fuel 3 and gone, yeah, this is what's killed us.
yes.
And that, I think, says a lot about what Fuel is about.
Yes.
Oh.
Jet fuel camera,
So-
steel beams.
No,
Oh, no.
no, we're not going there. We're not going there.
No.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit out of my depth here.
We
I don't like driving in real world for 2 hours. or
Oh, I'm
3
fine
hours.
with real world driving.
Dude, I
Real world
did
driving's
6
fine.
hours down to London this weekend.
It's
I'm
not. I
driving
don't
6
find
hours
that
back.
fun. So driving in a computer game for 3 hours or whatever, how long it took me to do it. Not brilliant.
I done that in the crew. So
Yeah.
I'm going to end it there. That's all I'm going to say is I done that in the crew.
Enough said.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are getting close to time,
Yeah.
at least in terms of me taking up your guys' time. But we do have a story.
Story and a bit of gossip.
And this story, I will say, it was noted just off camera that this was about to happen. And we basically brought you on specifically to tell this story.
Yeah.
We
This
were
is your
missing a fourth
only.
guest.
This is the only reason you're useful.
So when this podcast tanks, it's all your fault. But please,
Thank you for that. And
Please
I
go
feel,
ahead.
No pressure. No pressure.
I appreciate the way you piled the pressure on me there, and now I want to go and crawl into a hole.
To be fair,
Listen, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I feel bad about myself.
so I'm going to just briefly say that this story is in relation to future events.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, please.
So last night was the Saturday of RTX, where we had the VIP party,
Yes.
and very brilliant, fantastic experience. They had out, I think it was the Hollywood Bowl at
Yeah.
the O2.
Yeah, the whole
I'm sure you had a lovely
Free
time.
arcade games as well. I believe.
And it was brilliant because they set everything up there for free to play as well, everything in the Hollywood Bowl. Which I don't know if you've ever been. You've got VR experiences,
Yeah.
you've got obviously video games and all the rest of it, and you've also got
I
bowling.
need to go now.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Should we just
On a side
should we
note,
stop
I now
this now and go?
have to go and buy a Vive. After playing it last night, I now have to go and buy one.
I have two mates with Oculuses, Oculi. I can't recommend it enough. Super hot.
Oh yeah.
But one of the reasons why I wanted to buy a VIP pass for RTX was so that I could go to the VIP party and meet people.
Yeah.
Get drunk with them.
Meet the staff.
Meet the RT personalities.
Meet Barbara, meet Michael,
Yeah.
meet Bernie,
Meet all of them.
meet Gus or Cheese Master, depending on how much he's drunk.
Yeah. Wasn't that drunk last night, so that was no
Did you
problem.
get to meet Catbook?
No, I did not. He wasn't that pissed.
I really want to see drunk Bernie.
Probably the most drunk person last night was Miles.
Not surprised. But anyway,
But anyway, one of the people that I got talking to was Bethany.
Definitely.
And
head of events, of course, and
Head of
the
events
person
for
who pioneered this whole event.
And
And-
Larry's
in charge of all this
And
project.
she did do an amazing job. We have to say that. You know.
Reverse Columbus?
I mean,
So I couldn't help it.
No, that's not going.
I'm
Yeah.
the barber of this podcast.
so meeting Bethany was a huge thing because obviously she's been so busy this weekend with running this project,
Yeah.
RTX. I mean, it's hard to understand from our perspective how much work goes into a project like this.
Oh,
More
yes.
work than I've ever done in my life.
And
I'm a
just
lazy
how
man.
stressful that can be. And
Yeah.
it was interesting talking to her last night and how she was expressing herself with how the problems have been that have come up with RTX and setting up in another country. And one of the things she was saying was, it's one thing to do it in your own country.
It's
To
an,
do it, 7-8 hours away by plane, or whatever it is, 8,000 miles or however it is from Texas from here.
5,500.
Better than I.
It's a long way.
It's a long way either way. When you can't be there to speak to the people face to face, and you've got to do it all through email and telephone calls at odd hours of the day and night,
Yeah.
it's incredibly hard to set up a project like this.
Absolutely.
Or a program like this.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things we were talking about was some of the problems that we've had with RTX today and yesterday, particularly with things like queuing,
Yep.
exhibitors and things.
RTX
Or should I say the lack of exhibitors and things to do maybe with when you're out on the show floor.
Yeah.
And it was interesting having her perspective from that,
Okay.
where yes, and you've got to remember this is their first attempt at this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's
if you
something
look-
that everyone has to
and you
remember.
have to
It's
look
not
back.
a blanket excuse.
No.
But it is a bit of a
It is a bit of an excuse because you look back at the first attempt they did it at Sydney and
Yeah.
the first attempt they did at Austin.
Well, the first time they did it in Austin, it was in a field.
Was it?
Yes.
It was, yes.
Wow. You learn something new every day.
And
Wow.
One of the things she said that surprised me a little bit actually last night was that she underestimated how popular it would be.
We've had a lot of that on the Facebook feed
Yeah.
though, and it's kind of understandable, kind of not, because there are a lot of us in the UK.
I mean, the thing is, it's not just the UK that's a fan base. You've also got mainland Europe. I mean,
yeah.
I've met people from Germany, France,
Yeah.
Spain, Portugal,
It's the whole of
Italy.
Europe
People
that's
from Australia
looked
here.
at this event.
We need to go to Sydney.
I-
There's a girl from Australia just over there.
Just off camera.
Beautiful.
You're getting that picked up on microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, you have to cut that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You just have to cut that.
But yeah, plenty of people from all across Europe and
Yeah, and I think it was interesting to hear her say that actually come out and say that, yeah, we underestimated how popular the RT would be in Europe.
Yeah.
And that they were so pleased to bring it to Europe for the first time.
Yeah.
And going forward for next year,
Which, of course, is a very important note because nothing has been said about an RTX EU 2018.
no, and
you said
I mean, obviously I can't announce anything because I don't work for RT, but we were told last night that it will be happening.
This is you got this from the source.
I got this from
Yeah.
Bethany.
Not
that
100% confirmed, but
No.
pretty confirmed.
Yeah, so-
It's as confirmed as you're going to get
Yeah.
before they officially announce it.
like it's safe to say you need to start saving now.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That there
But-
will be an RTX 2018 in London at the XL,
Yes.
probably around the same time of the year.
And if you're totally honest, this RTX has went by with very small teething issues,
Yeah.
and it makes sense for them to do another one in the future.
Absolutely.
People have been making a big deal of it.
I mean,
like,
when
they've
I-
been making a huge deal of it, but at the end of the day, the problems weren't that big.
When
Right,
I
so-
directly asked her last
They were
night,
long, if you know what I mean,
So-
but they weren't big.
They had ways
I did
around
ask the question directly to her, will you be coming back next year?
Yeah.
And the answer I got back was, well, it's not in my hands. It's,
But
from
yeah.
it's full screen
Yeah.
that I've got to make the decision.
Yeah.
However, this has been very successful,
Yeah,
Hell yes.
so I can't see why we wouldn't come back.
of course.
That, to me, is as good as saying we're coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And to follow on from that, one of the things that they want to change, or one of the things they said they wanted to change for next year was doing more community-oriented events outside of the convention centre,
That's something that they're doing in Austin.
like they do in Austin and Australia for that matter now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've been doing those for a while, so they have
They've got some
previous
experience with
experiences to work
Yeah.
on.
And that follows into something that Jeff said in the achievement from the panel today, which
Okay.
was that he would be interested in doing a Let's Play live or a theatre mode live
Yeah.
at the next RTX that we have over in RTX
Yeah.
London. I can't see why they wouldn't want to do something like that, because I imagine even if they ticketed it or VIP'd it only or however they wanted to manage that, it's going to be immensely popular to do something of that nature.
Yeah.
I mean, completely off topic, which we're not on, obviously, but Yogscast kind of rivals to Rooster Teeth in a way. They do a lot of like after hours outside of XL stuff, and it is always really popular. So considering they have everywhere else in Europe for Rooster Teeth as well, on top of the UK, there is no way it would not be popular.
No. And speaking to not just Bethany but to Matt as well last night, one of the things he said was quite interesting to me. I asked him a few questions about how the process works for setting up a con
Yeah.
and the issues that are involved with that, because obviously it's quite a huge thing to go and rent,
Yeah.
massive exhibition halls in a place like the XL.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do.
It's also
Yeah.
not something you hear about that often. So we have like insider scoop.
A little bit. Kind
Well,
of.
I mean, it's basically just waiting confirmation.
It's basically drunken bar talk.
Pretty much.
At this point, which is
We were all a little drunk
which is
last
what
night,
this
to be
podcast
honest.
should really be taught.
A little.
Called.
All right, very
Right,
drunk last night.
So talking
That's
about drinks, we're pretty much all nearly finished our drinks.
Oh, I am completely out.
So I reckon
dry.
it's time to let everyone freshen up again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It has been a pleasure having the three of you on, and I'm going to throw out for another call out for some more people.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cool beans.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a pleasure.
And we're back. I've taken over the hosting duties for the third part of this podcast, and we have some new people today.
I've already been on. I'm not new.
That's true, yeah. Hi, I'm Aron. You might know me from just other podcasts I've been on, but yeah.
Hi.
I'm Katherine. You may also know me from other podcasts I do.
Yeah, again, I'm Scott from RTX Scotland.
For our two new contributors, what was your favourite part of the first day?
Favourite part of the first day was, I don't know, it's like I enjoyed the whole event, really. Definitely, no, I definitely know my favourite part is meeting Gray and Kerry, and I got them to sign my Ruby D&D poster. So at the moment, I have the 2 writers/directors and the Ruby voice cast. All I need is Miles, and I can die happy. Yeah.
And for you, Katherine?
Saturday, the highlight was meeting Michael and Lindsay, because I had a signing with them, as well as the VIP party. That was really cool. And Sunday, I got to meet Jeff and Gavin in the signing, which was really cool.
And for you, what was your Sunday highlight?
Sunday, getting this merch, getting in the AH panel, because I was like, I'm still in the merch store and it's 70% capped. I'm like, will I make it? Will I make it? Made it. No, yeah, that was basically most of the highlight. Just getting in that and saw some stuff that I will not reveal.
That's good. So, anything you want to do next year that you ran into this year?
Next year, VIP badge.
Definitely worth it.
100% VIP badge.
Totally worth it. 100% worth it.
It's worth it just for the VIP party, seriously.
Yeah, that's one reason. It's just like, everyone was at the VIP party. Cool. I would fangirl over that VIP party like hell. But, I'm hoping fan service comes over like next year, and I would 100% that'll be the one panel I want to go to if it comes over.
Yeah. Well, for me, I would love to see movie show. That's the one I kind of missed. I was hoping to do, but that's definitely what I'm looking forward to next year. Anything for you, Katherine? Something you would like to see from next year?
I would have liked to have seen Off Topic, but I knew there was no way I was going to get into it because it was in the centre stage. So I just went back to my hotel and watched it on Twitch. But maybe if they have more organisation, I'll be more confident to get a seat, because it cannot stand up for an entire podcast.
Yeah. Well,
and I would love to see Ryan at some point. That would be really cool.
I think, as it's been said on earlier in the podcast, I think it's done extremely well for its first year.
Yeah, it did really well.
And I do think they will take stuff back and they will expand next year. So that's what I'm hoping. I think it will get a much bigger expo, because that's happened with obviously RTX throughout the years, RTX Sydney. So,
well, this was just it was a trial. It was a test to see. All right, we've seen our fans in Austin, we've seen our fans in Sydney. Let's see our fans in the UK.
They know they've got the demand for it now.
And to be fair as well, the UK opens up for them. For example, I've been hanging out with our Ardens for RT Germany a lot. They're lovely folk. They finally made it was so much easier for them to come to UK than it is for them to go to Austin.
Yeah, so
my roommate's Australian, so we came all the way from there.
Yeah. So, even though we still have some Americans here.
Yeah. Oddly, some Americans came here, and Australians, which is great.
You've got one in your home country. Come on.
I heard a load of the merch for Customs, which was the same. I heard a load of the merch got stuck in Customs, which was the same, but there were still loads in the store.
Yeah, I think, as we said, we always get, you're always going to get.
But they had that in Sydney as well, the first year or something.
Yeah, so we got you're going to have teething problems and everything. So, but I've been in absolutely, no issues with gut. I don't know if we've said before, but props to the Guardians for this entire weekend. You've done an excellent job.
Yeah, they
and you've really, made it, most of my experience really nice.
Sorry, something happening off camera is really very funny, which is Anthony. You're already making this. There we go.
Oh, fearless leader. So,
Do you think they will put any leftover merch in the store? Specifically the
I
RTX.
don't think so. Or if
I
it
don't
is,
think there was
very,
a
very
lot.
small, like
Yeah.
enough for a suitcase almost, because they had everything dropped and
yeah, they were
multi-buy
doing
and stuff.
3 for 2s at the end, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it
next year
worth
if you're
trying
looking
to
for
get
buys,
any
wait till
bad
the end,
stuff
but
back?
you're gonna get.
Including the stuff that failed to get through customs and has probably gone through since.
So a lot
I'm
of
sure because a lot of the Guardians, I spoke to some of them on the way back here after getting my hotel keys. I was just thanking them and everything, but a lot of them were just like, we're working the whole convention. We don't really have much time to go look around. We have like certain parts for them. But I'm pretty sure, like, for thank you, just like if there's anything left over, like, just
I think
Either
they did
that
get
or-
one thing of their choice because I'm pretty sure it was a Guardian in front of me when I was in the store. They showed their badge and it was just ticked off.
Either,
So,
either that or
You got to give props to the people in the first RTX in London willing to give up their time for like missing panels and stuff to help others out. So, you know, as we said, thank you very much for all those Guardians.
especially because there's some who came over from from like Europe and everything to
Yeah,
do this as well. So there's not just UK Guardians. There's European and Canadian and all sorts.
I think the UK was a better place to hold it rather than Europe,
it's.
in my opinion. I'm
I
slightly
agree.
biased.
I agree with that because I don't know many convention centres. Maybe Germany, just because of the convention centre for Gamescom is there.
Scotland.
Okay, yes, Scotland. But yeah, it's just as far as I know, like I'm part of one community group, the UK community, so it's just like I only know this, so I don't know the size of all the others and everything because I'm lazy and I don't want Facebook Messenger to just be full of this stuff.
So,
Well, we'll
does
leave them
anyone
alone.
have a funny story from their experience over the weekend?
So
Yeah, we've got our VIP guys, so I'm sure it's something tasty.
So I wouldn't say tasty, but just one of these fun things that only happens when you get such a large bunch of people together, especially when they come from everywhere, like Scottish, Irish, specifically in this case. So after we had a VIP party last night, myself and a couple of others, we were there basically till they closed the bar, which was great. Chatting
And
the bar stuff, we were
most
awesome.
of the games for free as well. And there was free food.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
No, that was really good.
People
And we
seem
got a
to
drink
really enjoy that. So we were there till, so it was late when we left at some point. Couldn't tell you exactly when. But then we ended up back at our hotel as we do. Going down back in, I spot Anthony, our fearless leader, and it's like, cool, let's go chat with him just because I've not seen him for a while. And end up sitting in with him playing a game of $1 million, but he finishes up his game and he goes to bed. However, then there's me and a bunch of others left. There's like me and 3 others, I think. 2 English guy, an English guy, an English girl, and a guy from the Republic of Ireland. So if you know me, you know some of my views on Scotland. I'm very passionate about Scotland, shall we say. I'm getting dirty looks. Oh well. But then there's myself and a gent from the Republic of Ireland. So there was some interesting conversation had. Night kept going on, we kept drinking. We both sort of, shall we say, bonded. At which point, for some reason, however it happened, not 100% sure how, Spotify came out on my phone. And in one of them, there's so shall we say, a Celtic playlist, where there's sort of Celtic infused music, like whether it's, like for example, like Flog and Molly, you've got the banjos and everything in it, or something like Galway Girl, because I had better put it on because the guy was from Galway. So a couple other bits and pieces that are a bit more traditional music. So in the middle of the lounge bit at the Ibis Styles, we've got this random bit of trad music playing. Up he gets, and he just starts dancing like a traditional jig in the middle of the room, and then it's like, what the hell is going on? It's like, okay, cool. A couple of us just started joining in, and it's one of those weird moments that I've never had that in any other communities I've been in, because most of them are sort of, shall we say, not as passionate about each other as well. So that helped a lot, because we were passionate about each other, meeting each other and everything, and also we were, shall we say, slightly inebriated. And just having that weird and awesome moment at like 3 in the morning, in the middle of some random hotel in London with some other Irish dude and just having this random little jig in the middle of it while something's playing out the crappy speakers on your phone. It's just something that you cannot replicate easily. It's pretty fun.
So,
Whoa, Charmander died.
right, we nearly killed our pet.
Good
Anyone
boy.
else have a good story from RTX they want to share?
Stay.
Like I spoke to Gray and Kerry just for some writing tips, but that's basically it for me. Like, I really enjoy this community. I've not been active that much in it. Like, I do the community YouTube, that's as much as it is. I sometimes comment on the pages, but I've not been to any meetups or any of that. But it's just like a lot of the panels I have separated from my friends or my roommates and everything, and I was just in the queue alone, and I just started talking to the community members and just having like discussions, just like keeping each other company, because that's my story, and I'm really thankful for everyone in the community for actually welcoming me to that.
I must say, on a personal note as well, thanks for Jeremy coming over and spending like a good, I would say 5 hours or so over the weekend, taking photos and doing signatures. He didn't have, he wasn't, getting paid for that, and
Nor was Miles.
I think it was.
There was Miles.
And Miles coming over as well. So like, big props for you. I'd like to say personally thank you for coming over because I've always wanted to meet Jeremy. So thank you. Katherine, you got anything you'd like to add?
I got to talk to Gus for a bit at the VIP party. Chris, who's over there somewhere, managed to convince him to come over because I was too shy and I can't stand up for too long. So he came over, got him to sign my London commemorative badge, which is really cool. I also got a selfie with Aron McCarthy at the VIP party, which was a lot of fun.
So everyone's had a great time, and I think that's the main point of the whole convention.
Yeah.
So I think we will be done.
Probably very much. I think probably the only thing we could maybe add, safe travels to everyone who's got to go home.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have got a
however
4.5
long
hour
it
trip
takes you,
tomorrow.
safe, and like hope to see you next year, RTX 2018.
If there is
Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
Yeah.